Breaking travel news. Travel Talk with Phil Blizzard, talking to industry experts and decision makers.
The Arabian Hotel Investment Conference is all about, well, I suppose partnerships really between hotel developers, hotel operators and investors. So Russell, with the climate at its moment, looking ahead to the fact Dubai will be hosting Expo 2020, what's the climate like for getting investors on board for organisations like yourself?
Yeah, well, you know, we at Citymax Hotels, we own and operate. So it's been quite a challenge actually, because there's been a feeding frenzy in the mid-market segment, and Dubai, I think, has recognized the fact that if they are going to cater to 2020, they've got to have a lot more hotels in that segment, in the mid-market.
Yeah.
In fact, they've got to have a lot more hotels in all segments, but in particular, the inventory here in Dubai, 60% of the inventory is made up of luxury hotels, 5-star hotels.
So how has that inventory got to grow in the mid-sector to cater for 2020?
It should be the other way around, actually, because the 60% should be 1-star, 2-star, 3-star in the mid-market. And you know, when you look at what the other destinations have done for 2020, they've actually catered even to the backpacker. I'm not sure that's even being addressed at the moment in Dubai.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, when we say backpacker, we immediately think somebody with long hair and you know.
Not these days.
And jeans, yes. There's a lot of backpackers that are middle-aged or even retired.
Yeah, they've got time and they got the cash to travel around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So when you do a profile of who's coming to 2020, you suddenly realize there's huge gaps in the marketplace that needs to be addressed very quickly.
Now I'm wondering, you used the phrase feeding a frenzy. We're at this hotel investment conference. Has it been a frenzy of investment activity here?
No, not really. I have to admit that I'm a little disappointed actually, because a lot of the investors have not turned up here. And I think there's a particular reason. The reason being the fact that we also see that Dubai as such has softened.
Yeah.
There's a softening in the marketplace. Demand is now almost outstripping.
There's an oversupply of hotel rooms,
there's
basically,
an oversupply of hotels, and the demand is not there.
So how's that going to affect your new openings in Business Bay, Dubai, Russel Sharpe, for example?
Yeah, you know, we've had very close relationships with the DTC, and they're definitely now, with the Russian market falling away and the euro devaluing by 20%, they're now looking at different markets to try and gain that market share.
New markets, yeah. And what's your time frame for, in fact, 3 hotels, the second one in Barsha, isn't it?
Yeah, we're opening the second one in 2016. Then we have another 2 opening in 2017, and another 6 in 2018. So, I mean, eventually we'll have 15 properties, but mainly focused in the UAE. So for us, this is a concern. And we are working very hard to ensure that we open those new markets, especially India and China, for example, and the Far East, and start getting or catering to their demand.
So it's bringing in new supplies from elsewhere.
Definitely, when you actually look at what motivates some of the travelers, it's not the usual services that one might think. You know, you might say, well, it's enough to attract them with sun, sea and sand. Yeah. But it's not.
They want more.
You know, even the shopping, they have the shopping. So you really need to now start focusing on...
So a fresh approach perhaps to bring in greater number of people.
Greater number of people.
Okay, Russell, thanks very much for joining us here on Breaking Travel News.
Yeah.